All right, this is Jeff Zimmerman with FightNews.com. I've got rising lightweight star Frank the Ghost Martin, undefeated, got a big fight kicking off the new year against the hard-hitting Romero Duno on the free Fox portion of the Fox pay-per-view, headlined by Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing well, man. It's beautiful here in Dallas, and I know you're headed off to Florida now, so we'll move this along. But before we get into your fight, can you just talk about how you got into boxing and kind of your start?
Just really always was a fighter, and my senior year, I always wanted to fight. You know, when I was younger, my mom wouldn't let me. So my senior year, I kind of just when I graduated, I kind of just signed up on my own. When I turned 18, I just signed up on my own, and I kind of just went with it and just knew if I stuck with it, I could make something out of it.
Okay, and you definitely made something of it. You became a national Golden Gloves champion, the first one out of Indianapolis in 32 years. What was that feeling like for you and your family?
It was a blessing. You know, I worked hard. I went out there and, you know, all the hard work that I had did, you know, I was rewarded with winning that title, you know, that national Golden Gloves.
Yeah, and if I read, you were a little bit of a hard-headed guy. You were a natural athlete, but you kind of did things your own way. What was that?
Just young, and, you know, being just basically being young, you know, but boxing definitely, you know, it's changed me and made me a better person.
Well, and now I know you're in Dallas training in one of the top camps with one of the top fighters in the world. Your promoter, Errol Spence of Man Down Promotions, and former trainer of the year, Derrick James. What's that experience been like for you? I know you've been out there for a while now.
It's a great experience, you know, being around these guys and them taking me in, you know, working with me, helping me out, anything that any questions, any advice, anything that I need, you know, those guys are always right there for me. And, you know, it just keep me sharp and keep me, you know, motivated being around those guys.
I know from talking to EJ in the past and also Jermell Charlo, one of Derrick's other top, you know, champions, that Derrick means a lot to them outside of the ring, not just in the ring, just kind of as a father figure. Do you get that as well?
Absolutely. You know, we always have conversations. Sometimes after sparring, you know, we always just kind of always engaging with each other, you know, chopping it up, making sure each other all right, and, you know, just anything that sharpens our mind, you know, we working with each other on those things.
And what has it been like just being with EJ the last couple of years? I mean, obviously he's one of the top pound for pound fighters in the world, and he's also a fellow Southpaw. What have you learned from EJ?
A lot, you know, just being in the gym and just seeing, you know, how hard he worked, even with being on top, you know, it just keep me motivated. You know, it's like even when you already there, you know, you never get comfortable. You always stay on track and you keep fighting like, you know, like you're not there. And that's what I get from EJ. You know, EJ, he's always just in the gym working. You know, he never takes too much time off.
And is that what makes him special?
Absolutely. You know, the hard work, the mental capacity, all of those type of things. He got it.
And I'm sure like most fight fans or even most fighters, how bad do you want to see him and Terence square off?
I mean, when those guys make that happen, you know, I'm gonna be excited for it. You know, but it's whenever they make it happen.
You ready though?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, you know, you're 14-0, as I mentioned, undefeated. A little bit of an unknown quantity, even though you're with EJ and Derrick, but you're the last few fights fighting against tough guys with big records. You got another tough guy coming up in Romero Duno, who, you know, his claim to fame is probably getting knocked out by Ryan Garcia. But is that the stepping stone fight you need to kind of break out?
I really don't. I sometimes not try to like get off into that. You know, I just really like to fight. You know, I understand that guys are, you know, as far as records, those guys are up there in fights and stuff like that, more wins than losses and stuff. So I never say like, I wouldn't say the guy is well, yeah, we could say like this would open up, you know, another level beating this guy. But, you know, I feel like all the guys are really, you know, just guys that are kind of in the way of where I want to be. So just working. Yeah, he's a step up. He's a step up.
Sure. Well, and you're also in one of the most stacked divisions. You got Kambosos, who just, you may say undisputed. You got Devin Haney, you got Teofimo, you got Ryan, you got Tank. What is it about your division that makes it so tough?
The lightweight division, you know, a lot of these guys be fast, explosive. You know, we got a lot of things in common. If it's speed, if it's power, you know, it's an exciting weight class.
Do you feel like you're ready to be in the ring with some of those guys right now and fight for a title?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Any other top guys, I feel that I'm ready for those guys. You know, I definitely got to get Romero Duno. I got to get my victory over him. You know, I don't like to talk too ahead of myself or whatever, but definitely want to get Romero Duno, get my win over him. And, you know, all of the other guys, I do feel and believe that I'm ready for those guys, those top names as well.
And is that because of your experience with Derrick now and being with EJ?
Yeah, you know, yeah. And then I would say that I have the, you know, the natural attributes. You know, I got the speed, I got power, I have a good IQ, and I'm only getting better. You know, training with Errol and Derrick. You know, I'm only getting better and better every day.
And we'll wrap it here up in a minute, Frank. I'm here with Frank Martin, undefeated lightweight. Got a big fight this weekend to kick off the new year. What will be the keys to victory against Duno on Saturday night?
Well, we just plan on boxing. You know, gonna box and, you know, kind of. I just feel like with Duno, I just have to be adaptable. You know, because he fight different ways. You know, sometimes he come in reckless, sometimes he come in, you know, more with a boxing style. So really it's all about how he comes in, you know, what style he comes in and try to fight. I'll just adapt to that style. Whatever style he comes in, I'll have an answer for it, you know, just being able to adapt.
Sure. And again, not to get ahead of Duno, but if all goes well on Saturday, you mentioned the other top guys in the division. Are you hoping to get a crack at one of them in 2022?
Yeah, if that can happen, you know, yeah, I'll definitely try to get one of those fights in 2022.
All right. Well, you heard it here with Frank the Ghost Martin, undefeated, 14-0, 10 knockouts, fights under Man Down Promotions, under pound per pound star Errol the Truth Spence, with Derrick James, former trainer of the year. Got a big fight on the free Fox portion that EJ made it clear on Twitter recently, on the pay-per-view of Charles Martin, Luis Ortiz this Saturday on Fox pay-per-view. I wish you nothing but the best this Saturday. And any last words, Frank, for your sponsors and the boxing world?
Just everybody just tune in, check the fights out. You guys have a good New Year's, and just tune in. Stay tuned in with me. Follow me on Instagram at Frank Martin 2016.
All right, that's Frank Martin. Good luck Saturday night. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you soon. Jeff Zimmerman from FightNews.com.
All right, now.